and sisters, welcome to Daily Manna. We want to continue our study of Hebrews 5, and we're going to be focusing on verses 4 through 10 today. It reads, "And no one takes this honor on himself," that is the high priest, "but he receives it when called by God, just as Aaron was. In the same way, Christ did not take on himself the glory of becoming a high priest. But God said to him, 'You are my son. Today I have become your father.' And he says in another place, 'You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek.'" During the days of Jesus on earth, he offered up prayers and petitions with fervent cries and tears to the one who could save him from death. And he was heard because of his reverent submission. Son, though he was, he learned obedience from what he suffered. And once made perfect, he became the source of eternal salvation for all who obey him, and was designated by God to be high priest in the order of Melchizedek. Now, the name here, Melchizedek, I'm sure is familiar to some of you, but he was known as the priest of Salem, and he received tithes from Abraham. If you want to know more about this person, I would suggest that you go on and read chapter 7, which will give you a fuller view of this man designated as the priest of Salem. Notice that Jesus in this particular passage did not need to offer any sacrifices for himself. And I repeat again that the reason is that he was the sinless Son of God. So there was no need for him to sacrifice for himself. He was in perfect fellowship with the Father and needed no cleansing. We do, the high priest did, that is Aaron and his descendants. We as believers today need to ask God to forgive us of our sins, and we ought to do that frequently. If not on a daily basis, at least on a weekly basis, because we sin every day, either by thought, by word, or by deed. In verse 6 of this particular passage, we find that God the Father designated Jesus as a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek. And, well, what does this mean? It means that, like Melchizedek, Jesus was not a descendant of Aaron, and therefore would not qualify for the Jewish priesthood under the law of Moses. So this Jesus, it was greater than Melchizedek, greater than Aaron, because he was and is the very Son of God. Therefore, God designated him as a priest after the order of Melchizedek. As I said earlier, you will hear more and learn more about this mysterious creature who walked on the stage of history and walked out on the stage of history. Very mysterious. And we think about the hymn, one of the hymns in our Psalter, it said, "God moves in a mysterious way his wonders to perform. He plants his footsteps on the sea and rides upon the storm." What a great God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. It would be wise if every man, every woman, every child would surrender their lives to him, because he is able to do all things without fail. God bless you. God keep you until next time.